That is super annoying. Okay, it's getting the time correct at least, but it's not getting the playback correct. If I go like this, well, it says yeah, in Eastern Europe there's a lot more what'd you say? I don't know. There's just cultural differences there. What do we do? So this doesn't work. It doesn't... I wonder if it's because the request index is incorrect. Am I getting... Maybe I'm getting the frames. No, I'm not. So I'm actually not receiving any frames. I wonder if I leave it. Where would it end up? I wonder what the time is that I'm actually requesting. Time is initialized. So it comes all the way from here when we do connect. So the time we pass in the same time. Well, Mr. Melg1, it used to be beautiful and perfect, and then I got Clang Format involved. Yeah, its Clang Format decided to completely shit the bed, and then I just couldn't be bothered to maintain it, so I just let Clang Format do its thing. So yeah, I'm sorry, chat. Don't do this. Don't do what I did. I'm just an idiot that pretends to know how to code. That's all I have to say about that. I mean, look at this. Parent. Just parents. That's how you find your parent. That's how you do it. Yeah, you're right, it's lambdas. Right, so why... So let's just write down all the bugs that I found. So recording track files is not correct for some reason. No, it actually is correct. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, so get recording track files is actually correct. I don't need to worry about it. It was the check that was wrong. But now, opening and live and streaming from events view is broken. Yeah, the get recording track files is actually correct. Yeah. That was just my mistake. The other thing I need to do is figure out why this is broken. When I click on it now, it works. Because look, it's gone back to the correct time. And I can go live, back to live, and it's fine. And I click on it. Oh, I think I know why. It's because it's requesting playback on the wrong channel. It's because it's got a substream. Yeah, that'll be it. It's create stream response. So this is creating all of the streams. Um, and yeah, it's only if we want to control this stream. So it's only if it's the same as video track. Oh, it's only the same as that video track. Yeah, that's probably the wrong check to make, because we're going to need... because this sets the best recording track. Well, what I can do is set the track here. I should just set the track here, and it should always be the main stream. So if I do recording, get mainstream, yeah, we'll pass that in. I'm almost certain that's correct. So we'll do recording is always true. Yeah, recording is always. Yeah, so this is a change from this version. There's a reason this broke, is because it's a change from the previous version, where there's now mainstreams and substreams, explicit mainstreams and substreams, rather than just kind of mucking around. And the substream is the one that's chosen, but the substream isn't always recording. But the mainstream is most of the time. But it should just go to the mainstream. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. So I'm pretty hopeful this will fix it. At least, maybe, probably fix it. So now if I have... So I look at this. Go. And then I close this. And I click on it. And it works. Cool. So it brings you back to the time that so I click on it. If I close and click on it again, there it is. Cool. Well, fixed it at least. And it was a bug that I've introduced in this version, so I'm glad that I fixed that before it reached anyone. So maybe I do something else. What could I do? A giant list of things to do. Well, I think what I'll start doing, I'm going to have to start doing this phone app. But I'm going to have to do it. I just can't show people on stream what it looks like because the emulator sucks. Maybe I can show them from macOS though. The macOS emulator is, the iOS emulator is much better, and I can probably remote desktop to the to the Mac I've got, and then I can show it there. That'll work. Yeah, why don't I do that? I'll do that tomorrow. I'll see if I can set that up. Desktop to Mac. Then show that on stream. So that means I can do mobile phone development. The Android emulator is fine, except it doesn't do decoding, and because H.264 comes in, and the decoder just doesn't work at all. It just completely breaks. And I don't know why. It's the media codec class in Android breaks, but only in the emulator. It's fine on like all the phones that I test. It's fine, but it's just on the emulator it breaks. Yeah, I can't be bothered to look into it much further either. I know that it works on the phone, and it's a problem I've ran into for many years. it's just. I mean, I can understand it. Getting. Yeah, I've tried it with and without all the different hardware acceleration options. It's got quite a few, but none of them seem to work. It's not to do with the displaying of it. It's to do with the decoding. And I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, it's not helpful, but it's pretty good on the phone anyway. Like when you actually run it on the phone, it's fine. It's just a little inconvenient that I can't stream it very well. But I think what I can do is I can get it, if I can get the iOS app running, and then remote desktop to the Mac, and then no, the software can do H.264, H.265, MJPEG, and MPEG-4 is the supported formats at the moment. I could add more. I could do this like MXPEG as well, which is like this unusual codec, which I could do some more. But I don't have a personal. Well, I think I do have a personal Twitter account somewhere, but I haven't posted anything in 10 years. I just don't use social media. The company has a Twitter account which I occasionally post to, but it's just like when there's an update available or when I can be bothered to make a video or something. And controversial opinions, yeah, jeez. Yeah. I think maybe I can share controversial tech opinions, but I'm not sure chat wants to hear about that. Like pretty much anything, if you read any of these subjects here, like whatever, if I click on the comments on this here or this here, it doesn't matter which one, I'm going to disagree with pretty much all of them. And I'll hate everyone and everything. But I don't tend to even read Hacker News much anymore. I think it's a pile of shit now, but oh well. Alright, anyway, let's find the next bug. You want me to click on something? Let's click on one that might actually be fun and entertaining. That one about 13-year-olds. Or is it like it was somewhere? Here it was. Alright, let's read it. Let's read the article first. Let's go through real slow. It's too early to join social media. Okay, I agree. Blah blah. Vivek Murthy says 13 is too young for children to be on social media. Yeah, sure. Because all those sites allow children of that age to join. Still developing their identity. Whatever, call it whatever you want. Meta, Twitter. Currently allow 13-year-olds on their platform. So I mean, it's not even about allowing the 13-year-olds on their platform. Yeah, I mean, CNN's a pile of dog shit, but this article, I mean, is it's fine. I mean, it's at least acceptable. But here they go, Meta and Twitter, the two that CNN doesn't like. Of course, they don't mention Instagram or TikTok or any of the other shit. No, they don't. Those, even though I'm sure that they allow 13-year-olds on their platform too, and it's not even like allow. What are you going to do? Put a tick box. You're going to put a tick box. Yeah, those 13-year-olds, they don't know how to fucking use a tick box. I personally use. I mean, you can see where I'm going. Like what? Yeah, anyway, I personally, based on who the fuck is this? I personally, based on the data, believe that 13 is too old. Oh, that's this guy. Okay, yeah, whatever. It's a time where it's really important for us to be thoughtful about what's going on, how they think about their self-worth, and racism is skewed. Distorted environment of social media does a disservice. Actually, I actually think that sentence is pretty good. I'm liking this guy. I recognize the face a little bit, but I'm sure he's a retard. But that sentence there, I think it's a reasonable sentence. The number of teenagers has sparked alarm among medical professionals who point to a growing research harm. Yeah, people love to use this fucking word harm. I hate that word. It's so ambiguous and broad, and everything is harmful. Fucking everything. Water is harmful. It's not a useful word. It doesn't pin it down in any meaningful way. It's when people. Murthy acknowledged the difficulties of keeping children off these platforms I mean, like, keeping them off the platforms. It's everywhere, all the time, in your face. Like, how are you going to stop a kid using the internet? Are you just going to, okay, no phone, all computer time is supervised? I mean, you can do that, I suppose. But it's really up to the parent to be doing these things. It's not... Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Marketing, the difficulties, yeah. If parents can band together and say, you know, as a group, we're not going to allow our kids to use a social media or whatever they choose, there's a much more effective way to make it so we don't. Again, harm. Everything's harmful. Yeah, and it's like... I agree that, like, when I was 12 and played Doom, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm not very timorous, but it didn't bother me in the slightest that I was blowing up aliens and shit. It's just, I don't think it mentally affected me really seriously, negatively in any meaningful way. Maybe it did, but we don't know. We don't get to run the experiment. Yeah, I mean, TikTok feels, I mean, and YouTube Shorts, it really does rot your brain. It's like it's designed to rot your brain, but it's the companies are trying to make. They're firstly trying to make money, but there's a sort of how to psychologically do that, like to keep you hooked, and then having the